good evening, all of you. This is Dr. Saud Ahmed, roll number 19 of 15th online FIP, UGC MMTC Dr. Bamu, 23rd June to 19 July 2025, going to present on the topic of Introduction to the Constitution of India in the fulfillment of assignment in the form of micro teaching. Being an assistant professor, Jamia College of Law, Akkal Kuwa, District Nandurbar, I have decided to present ourselves in our one of favorite topic, the Constitution of India. The first of all, I am going to start the list of the contents where I have to interacted and discussed the micro teaching. So the first topic is what is constitution, and the second topic is why do we need constitution. The third topic is the history of Constitution of India. The fourth topic is the framing of the Constitution of India, and the fifth topic is the preamble to the Constitution of India, and rest is what is Constitution of India and main characteristic of Constitution of India and conclusion. And another contents we are going to discuss one of the core area of our presentation, what is Constitution of India. Almost everything we do is governed by some set of rules. There are also rules imposed by morality and custom that play an important role in telling us what we should and should not do. In some of rules that are made by the legislature, also known as Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha in India, for their own country are called law. We need laws in society so our society can regulate and work properly. They are designed to protect us and our property and to ensure that everyone in society behaves the way that community expects them to. Laws tell us what to expect as consequences of our actions. Laws have been the glue that has kept society together. Without laws, there would be a complete anarchy. In general, the Constitution of India, of the Constitution of any state of country, is the supreme law of the land. All other laws have to confirm the Constitution. The Constitution contains laws concerning the government and its relation with the people. A constitution is concerned with two main aspects. Number one is that the relation between the different level of the government and between the government and the citizens. The role of constitution in relation between government and its people is constitution. In the form of government, it has legislature, judiciary, executive, and the work of legislature is to make the laws, and the work of judiciary interprets the laws, and executive means to enforce the laws. So this is the important aspect of our constitution and the working as 3 point of centers which I have discussed just before. A technical definition is a constitution is a set of fundamental principles or established precedents according to which a state or other organization is governed. These rules together make up, that is constitute, which the entity is. When these principles are written down into a single collection or set of legal documents, those documents may be said to comprise a written constitution. The document containing laws and rules which determine and describe the form of government, the relation between the citizen and the government is called the Constitution. An observation made by the Patrick Henry The constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people, it is an instrument for the people to restrain the government. In general, why do we need constitution? We need a constitution to govern the country. The constitution defines the nature of political system of the country, and so on. So the constitution is required to have authoritative allocation of the power and function, and also to restrict them with. It's one of the picture which shows the people don't know their true power, but the constitution provide, and first I emphasize the people should know about the basic of the constitution under article 19 of Indian constitution. The following are the some of the future. We can, due to the lack of time, scarcity of time, we can discuss one or two points over here. To improve a set of basic rules that allow a minimal coordination amongst member of the society. To specify who has the power to make decision in a society, it decides how the government will be constituted. So do we need constitution? Yes, properly we have to need constitution of India for the proper governing of the objective of the assembly completed its task by the November 26, 1949. The constitution was enforced with effect from January 26, 1950, from the day of India become Republic of India. The Constitutional Assembly of India was elected to write a constitution of India following India's independence from Great Britain. Its members served as a nation's first parliament. The body was formed in 1946 for the purpose of making independent India's constitution. The assembly passed a resolution in 1947 January defining the objective of the resolution to set up the Union India comprising British India and the princely states, to set up a federal form of government with separate state and central government, to set up a democracy in which all power is derived from the people, to protect the integrity of India and her sovereign rights over land, sea and air, to help India attain its rightful place in the world and work for peace and welfare of all mankind. Dr. Sachinanand was the first president of the Constituent Assembly when it met on December 1946. Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the president of the Constituent Assembly, and Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar became the chairman of its drafting committee on December 11, 1946. The Constituent Assembly consisted of 385 members, of which 292 were elected by the elected members of Provincial Legislative Assembly, while 93 members were nominated by the princely states. To these were be added a representative each from 4 chief commissioners provincial of Delhi, Ajmer, Marwar, Coorg and British Balochistan. The framing of the constitution borrowed features of the constitution very important. The UK, we have taken law from different countries, different state, and then we found a complete mixture of different laws in our country in the form of Constitution of India. UK, USA, Australia, USSR, Germany, emergency provision from Germany, Japan, law on which Supreme Court functions, Canada, federal system of residency power, South Africa, procedure of constitution amendment, and the concept of the directive principle of state policy has been taken from the Ireland. For the time being, till the constitution was made, India would be the governed in accordance with the Government of Act 1935. The assembly met in session open to the public for 166 days, spread over a period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. Before adopting with the constitution, it was finally passed and accepted on November 26, 1949. In all, the 284 members of the assembly signed the official copies, the original of the constitution. After many deliberation and some modification, over 111 plenary session in the 114 days, the 308 members of the assembly signed 2 copies final of the document, one each in Hindi and English, on 24 January 1950. Same day, the assembly unanimously elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the President of India, which came into effect on January 26, 1950, known and celebrated as the Republic Day of. The preamble of the Constitution is a brief introductory statement that set out the guiding principle and principle of the documents. Here is the mark of important terminology of preamble to the Constitution of India: sovereign, secular, socialist, democratic republic. And purpose of having a preamble. In Constitution of India in general we have discussed, for example, federal system, union system. Both features are listed below. Federal features, we have federal feature also in our constitution, like supremacy of the constitution, division of power between center and the state, the existence of independent judiciary in the Indian constitution. Unity features like single citizenship, single constitution, power of union to override on the state matters. During emergency the system become virtually unitary. Changes in the name of boundaries of the state by the parliament. Integrated judiciary system, center appoints the governors. Dependence of the state on the center for economic assistance and grants. Here is some structure of Constitution of India. Constitution of India, Preamble, Part 25, Article 448, Amendment 106, Schedule 12, Appendixes 5, which includes fundamental rights, directive principle of state policy, fundamental duties. So we have preambles and Part 25, which we have already discussed this. Here amendments 106, amendment schedule 12, appendix 5, fundamental right part 3rd, article 12 to 5, it is mentioned right to equality, right to freedoms, right to freedom of religion, right against exploitation, culture and education right to constitutional remedies comes under the fundamental rights. Fundamental duties, part 4 of Part 4th, Article 15(1)(a), where fundamental rights, fundamental duties are mentioned: to abide the Constitution, uphold, protect sovereignty, integrity and dignity of India, to cherish and follow the noble ideas which inspired our national struggle for the freedoms, to defend our country, render national services when called upon to do so, to promote harmony, to value and preserve the rich heritage, to protect, improve the national environment, to develop scientific temper, humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property and abjure violence, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, and liberal principles are also mentioned here. Gandhian principles, international principles also mentioned here. And what is Constitution? Again we are repeating, Government of India is divided: legislative, judiciary and executive, the Parliament of India, Supreme Court of India and the President of India. The basic principle of the Constitution of India: popular sovereignty, socialism, secularism, fundamental right, directive principle of state policy, judicial independence, federalism, cabinet government. And procedure of amendment is by simple majority of the Parliament, by special majority of the Parliament, by special majority of the Parliament ratifications. And election commissions, which plays very important role, which the function of election commission is check and the balance, and function is that to improve, to conduct the elections. And the characteristics of the Constitution of India are, which is listed below, we have already discussed this. And in the conclusion, the Constitution symbolizes independence of our country. Framework and structure for governance for free country are provided in a constitution. The Constitution Assembly prepared the draft of the Constitution by keeping the objective resolution as a backdrop, which reflected the aspiration of the people of India. The Constitution begins with the preamble, which declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The preamble also mentioned the goals of securing justice, liberty and equality for all its citizens and promotion of national unity and integrity on the basis of fraternity among the people, ensuring dignity of the individual. I am again thankful to Professor Dr. Abdul Rafi Saab, the coordinator of this program, co-coordinator Gaurav sir, an entire team, and especially thankful to UGC MMTC director, for which this program has been possible, and it is circulated all over the India, and I am one of them who are getting benefit in being far away from that particular sentence and I am getting betting. Thank you, very nice. Thank you.